Okay, so what we'll do in this video is go through the skill criteria section of the search. We're going to stay with the candidate search being our chosen entity, but to start with, if I just go through the specifics of the layouts, and then we'll come to the actual building of a search phrase. So to start with, on the left-hand side of this panel, you're going to see your skills library. You're able to access specific skills through using the hierarchy setup, but the more prominent method would be to use the searching option that you have at the top. So you can type in either the beginning part or an element of the skill description that you're looking to find, hit tab, and it will bring back all of the instances in your skills library where it's found that description. So you have it starting, begins with there, you have it containing within there, but it's where that is referenced within that skill. So that covers the searching of found skills. The other important element to cover is the option that you have here relating to search by. So what's meant by that is that if you are looking to specifically search the your system looking for a certain code, so a certain skill, so this skill underneath this parent, precisely that, then in that instance we're searching by skill code because we're only looking for that skill. However, if we wanted to search by skill description, what we're doing there is we're searching by any instance of the phrase account manager being used within the skills library. So any instance where it's against different parents and used against different records, that's where it's also being referenced. So what you can see here is that if we choose skill description, we're finding 72 records. If we chose skill code, being this specific skill code, then we found 7 records. So that's just a way in which you can search your entire skills library regardless of the assigned parent for a certain skill. But that covers the search by and the searching element of the skills library that you've got there. What we'll go through now is the building of a search phrase and how that process works. And to do that, firstly, we're going to cut over to our PowerPoint presentation on this quickly, and then we'll come back to 7 and go through some practical examples. When searching with skills, there are 2 distinct criteria types. The first is mode. This refers to the criteria being held within the brackets. The second is join. This refers to the logic connecting each of the bracketed criteria. There is also a parenthesis option. This is used to group a collection of skill criteria together and should be used for larger search strings. We'll now return to colleague 7 to go through a set of practical examples. Okay, so what we'll now do is go through the process of creating a skill criteria search string using the commands that were referenced in the previous presentation. So what I'll do to begin with is I'll run a search looking for an account manager, and you'll notice that I'm searching by skill description, so that's going to search against all references of account manager in the skills library. So I'll add that there, but I also want to find instances of project manager, so I'll add that in there as well. So I'm looking to find account manager or project manager. And I also want to find instances of an accountant. So we'll add that in there as well. So I'm finding account managers or project managers or accountants. And that's brought back 94 records so far. I then want to put an and statement in here. So with these records that we found, they also need to have or reference Microsoft Office as a skill as part of that. So we're now down to 4 records, and I do not want to retain any records if they have reference to the skill of purchase ledger or purchase ledger clerk. And that brings us down to 3 records. So we're finding all instances where there's account manager, project manager, accountant, as well as Microsoft Office, but not referencing purchase ledger or purchase ledger clerk, and that's found 3 records. So that's the process that you would go through when building a skill criteria search. You'll notice that there is an undo option in reverse to add, and that will remove the last skill that you added to the criteria. And obviously you have a clear option here to take it down to 0 to clear out this area, and obviously that will remove all of the records as well from the search string. So that completes the overview of the skill criteria searching area. What we'll now move on to is radius searching.